Aircraft. It is a vehicle or a machine that is able to fly with gaining support from the air. Um, the perfect examples for aircraft are helicopters, airplanes, jet planes, and other machines capable to flight. Lavatory. A room fitted with equipment for washing the hands, face, and usually with flush toilet facilities. Um, it has a flush toilet and water closet. It has a bowl or basin with running water for washing or bathing purposes, or should be called as wash bowl. Um, any place, the lavatory where any place where washing is done. Landing is an act of returning to the ground after having been in flight or up in the air. It can also be used to refer to the act of returning to the land having after been in an aircraft. Um, Landing can commonly refers to an instant of doing this. This especially involves aircraft as in um, that was a rough landing, but it can also be applied to a person, as in she'll have to stick in the landing as if she wants a perfect score. Um, it can refer to the floor at the top of the flight of the stairs, or the platform between two flights of stairs. The landing often a bigger surface surface area than the steps is usually positioned between flights when they change directions. Um, the word landing comes is also the continuous tense or tensing form of the verb land, as in we will be landing shortly. Airplane is an airplane or airplane. Informal plane is a fixed wing aircraft that is propelled forward by thrust from a jet engine, propeller, or rocket engine, which is a powered flying vehicle with fixed wings and weight greater than that of the air is displaced. Airport, a complex of runways and buildings for the takeoff and landing of an aircraft and maintenance of civil aircraft with facilities for passengers. Airport code is a three or four codes used to identify the particular airport and documents relating to passengers, reservations and ticketing, as well as flight timetables, baggage tags, air traffic controls, and other standards industry procedures. Arrival area, the part of the airport that deals with passengers who are arriving, and an arrival area is located at the ground floor, for simply known as arrival. Departure area. It is the opposite of arrival area. It is when you are departing from your point of origin and traveling to the some other destination, and it is located at the second floor. The difference between the departure area and arrival area is the departure area um, in um, in airport terminology means outbound flights going out of airport, and arrival means inbound flights coming into the airport. Um, Passengers consider arrival to be when they step off the plane. Um, Departure, when they are at the departure lounge. Baggage is another word for bags. You put your stuff in when you are traveling. It's also known as luggage or suitcases. Is a personal belongings packed in suitcases for traveling. Base fare. Um, the price of an airline ticketing before fees, taxes, and any surcharges are added. In most cases, a traveler's base fare will be lower than the final ticket price. Um, some fares, such as ones to international destination, may increase significantly from the base fare when additional taxes are added. Boarding pass. A pass for boarding an aircraft is given to passengers when the ticket is issued or upon check-in at the airport. Um, is a document provided by an airline. During airport check-in, um, it is giving passengers permission to enter the restricted area of an airport and to board the airplane for the particular flights. Cabin. Cabin is the section of an aircraft or airplane in which passengers travel may be divided into several parts. This can include several. This can include travel class sections in medium and large aircraft, areas for flight attendants, the galley, and storage for in-flight service. Seats are mostly arranged in rows and aisles. The higher the travel class, the more space is provided. Check-in. The check-in process enables passengers to confirm they will be on their respective flights and use an automated quiz to obtain a boarding pass. Um, on domestic flights, the airlines requires that the passenger's check-in time must be at least 1 hour on, but not less than 20 minutes to prior. On international flights, check-in um, it may need to be as much as 3 hours for the flight's time schedule. Currency. A currency is standardized of money in any forms in use or circulations as a medium or exchange. For example, banknotes and coins. A more general definition is that a currency is a system of money and common use within specific environment over time, especially for people in a nation state. It is a system of money in general use is in a particular country. Every country has its own currencies. Just like in the Philippines has its peso currency, and in the US it is called a dollar. For Japan, it is called yen. For Canada, their currency called a Canadian dollar, and there are many more currencies to be called in different countries. Flight attendant. Flight attendants are in charge of a cabin in an aircraft and are responsible for the safety and comfort of the passengers. They spend more time with passengers than any others airline employee, and try to offer the most personalized services possible to each and every passengers for the duration of flight. Um, the flight attendant must can either work in first class and provide elaborate services to small number of passengers. Um, Services includes mm, taking care of a wide variety of flight attendant can either work in first class, provide elaborate services to small numbers of passengers, or can work either economy class and provide less elaborate service to a large number of passengers. Services includes taking care of wide variety of needs and requests, and flight attendants only have a certain time that is allowed to them during the flight in which to offer the most personalized services possible to each and every passengers. Landing. Landing is the last part of flight where the flying animal's aircraft or spacecraft returns to the ground. When the flying object returns to water, the process is called lighting, although it is commonly called landing, touchdown, or splashdown as well.